Hi, welcome to City Country 6 Podcast. This is where you get to hear inside conversations between city and country about life, kids, womanhood, culture, black southern things. Eavesdrop in on our phone conversations to laugh, cry, amen, disagree, and agree with your bi-weekly dose of what did I just listen to? Let's listen in on this week's most recent phone call of differences.
Hey.
Hello, girl. How you doing? Oh, I said your hello. You supposed to say that, not me.
I'm, look, I'm just glad to be in the service one more time.
And the church
Oh,
said.
amen.
I'm here for it. How you feeling? Okay. Well, how you doing?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm doing fairly good. I'm doing all right.
Yay.
You be proud of me. I went and swiped my card.
Hey, congratulations.
It was just a wellness check. It wasn't
Oh, that
nothing.
doesn't count. That's not a
Yeah.
swipe. You don't even swipe for a wellness check.
Well,
Doesn't count.
it's not
Well, you
supposed
do.
to count. You're not supposed to pay for it, but if you ever come in with if you say any problems during the visit, then it counts. So I knew that's why I was coming, because hey, we got to talk about medicine. That's what a wellness check is for. Well, if you talk about medicine, I said, no. That's what you come in here for. It's if you talk about problems. Does it not count? Well, I talked about problems. So there you go.
Wait a minute. What?
So if you have any issues that are not just your basic, you coming in, you get weighed, you don't, hey, I broke my finger or anything like that. Like you just come in for your med refills and nothing has changed, then it's just a plain wellness. Make sure if you're old enough to where they think, hey, you should be having a will or an advanced, whatever the heck it's called, all that stuff is set up, and basically just the bare minimum. Get your lab work done and make sure you have no issues. Now, if you have issues though, then it's a sick visit and you get charged a copay for the sick visit. So mine ended up being a wellness, but also a sick visit because I had to get my medications changed.
Okay, whatever. So it's one of those, just walk in and don't say anything and let them talk
Basically,
to you.
That's it.
Well, that's not going to happen. So just charge
that's what I'm saying.
Twice.
Just go ahead and swipe it one time and let me get my meds.
Yeah.
And I'll see y'all next year. Or if I end up sick, I'll come back. But actually, I end up swiping twice. Well, the second time wasn't a swipe. I went to the dentist again because.
Oh, okay, so remember those analogies back in the day in elementary school, like blank is to blank as blank is to blank.
Yeah.
So we can do an analogy. We can say city chick is to medical doctors as country chick is to dentists.
not, not on purpose though. I just
city country chick analogy.
But I mean, technically, we both go to a doctor a good bit. You just like seeing yours on like a week-to-week basis. I don't
like to see all of them. Like it's just I take the worldwide tour. It's not just one.
Oh yeah.
I go visit specialists, general practitioners, and when the general practitioner is not available, I see the nurse practitioner. Hey, I see everybody in the family. Just hey,
it's a field trip.
Yeah, is your cousin available? I'll see your cousin as long as your cousin's a doctor.
Oh my gosh. See, no, I'm not that bad. I at least space mine out. Like, okay.
Hey.
I don't need I don't need, like I said, I don't want all of that.
I don't want to go, but hey, I'm not opposed to swiping if I need to.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
I'm not opposed to swiping, but doggone girl, you go Next thing I get a text, I'm going to swipe my card. You just swiped it last week. Well, I have to go again. Why? You couldn't just send them a
Well,
message?
the deacon swiped 2 days in a row
Oh,
this
he
week.
he had to go back. Bless
The
his
next
heart.
the next day was a checkup, was a follow-up,
Oh, okay.
but
Okay.
it was still a swipe.
Yes, yes, it's still a swipe.
There you go. So two
It
in a row.
is. Bless his heart. He can't help it.
Not at all. But hey, that's what we pay the premiums for. You're
Yes,
gonna pay the same price regardless. Why not use it?
depending on where you go. Some doctors charge you.
Well, again, as you say, which I don't agree with the title, but I go to an Airbnb.
You do go to
And
an
so
Airbnb.
I don't think I do. I don't even know what that is. But at the Airbnb, it's not, I mean, not paying anymore. All the doctors are in network. So,
No, that part, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, your Airbnb is like because all the dishes are in there, all the appliances
oh,
are in there.
yeah. Okay. Now I get it.
Yeah, you get everything in one stop shop. You basically never have to leave that particular, like, especially if you go to the main building. You never have to leave. Like, oh, we need to sign you up for this. Well, Dr. So-and-so is busy. Okay, well, we got 9 other doctors in the same field. We can just send you on over there. Like, it's like, damn, you
Yeah.
ain't.
But that's the cool part. You don't even have to go to, like, it's like that in every building
Oh, that's good.
for the
So the
most part.
doctors
Yeah.
go, the doctors go to the building. You don't have to drive to another location. The doctors will meet you at that one building if it's
No,
not one of the
like,
big ones.
yeah, I was gonna say now there are certain, that's what I said for the most part. There are
Mm-hmm.
certain things that you do have to go to certain places,
Mm-hmm.
but like most blood work, all the blood work, and then most imaging, all that can be done no matter where you go.
Mm-hmm.
As it relates to general practitioners, that's everywhere you go. And then now, like I call them basic specialists, like neurology will be wherever you go.
Hmm.
Cardiology can be wherever you go.
Now cardiology is
For
one
the
thing.
most part, there may be one place, maybe not,
Mm.
but it's a lot better now.
Well, like I said, it's Airbnb.
Yeah.
Pay good money to go to that one. But
Well, that's why you
anyway,
pay a little extra for the convenience. That's why people go to Publix,
yeah, because I'm just not
where
unless I
shopping is
just
a
have
pleasure.
to.
What? You don't like to go to
Oh no,
Publix?
I love it. Like
Oh,
the pharmacy knows me by face, like name. They ain't
well,
even gotta ask me my doggone birthday. Like Publix is where I go. But at
see,
the
it's where
same
shopping is a pleasure.
but at the same time, I don't want to get it cheaper at Walmart. So
I'm good.
there's that. But if I'm going to Publix, and
Mm-mm.
especially if I got coupons, oh, I'm hitting Publix. But
Mm-mm.
Walmart, like
I'm with
I don't get everything from Walmart. Don't get me wrong. I don't get everything from Walmart. Meats, I don't. Produce, unless I'm in dire need of something, do I get? Mm-mm. It's normally the dry foods aisle is what I get from
Yes,
Walmart. It
there
is
you go.
not.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I might get some dairy from there, depending on because I know the dairy stuff is pretty. It's all right. It's not that horrible. It's not anything that
They don't
I
sell pea milk.
well, doggone it. Who in the world, like I said, who's squeezing pea tits? But anyway, that's besides the point. The point is like, I don't get my meat produce from there unless, like I said, the produce, I have to be like last minute I'm in there, I need to get something. But most of the time it's dairy, very little on the dairy, but the dry goods area and paper goods sometimes. But other than that, not doing that. Do the meats at Publix or when Dixie, Sprouts, if they ever have it. Um, and the produce definitely from Sprouts or Publix. Find that's really, really good. You get some good quality there. But yeah, no, I'm not. Walmart's good for some stuff, not everything.
I know that's right.
But anyways, talked about the doctor. That kind of segues into
What's today's topic?
body image.
Mm.
Second puberty. So I saw it on Instagram. It was on one of them mommy, me turn it to a mom. You find everything mom related on social media and kind of stick with it. And it was basically saying after you hit 30, you go through a second puberty, especially if you done had kids. It's like your body changes, what you can eat, what you can't eat. It just, yeah. It's called second puberty.
Second puberty.
Yeah, so first puberty, it was rough. It was awkward for some, not everybody. But then second puberty hits everybody awkward. If you've had kids, especially if you've had kids, male or female, it don't matter. It's gonna hit you. Whether it's a midlife crisis or what it's going to hit you.
Interesting.
It's just gonna happen. I mean, we see it in our parents. Like, I remember after my mom was in her 30s when she had my baby sister. But I just saw it like happen in real time. She had another growth spurt in the wrong direction.
I don't know. Mom had a growth spurt.
Yeah, in the wrong direction. You be as tall as you are wide, and how that just messed with her. Like, oh, she'll tell you. She's just like, I don't know why I'm so big. And it's like, but now it's like she going in reverse. She didn't hit the third puberty, menopause, and now she going the other way.
Gosh.
So I'm sitting here watching this in real time. I'm like, so I have something to look forward to. I'm gonna at least hit the third puberty and hopefully go backwards.
The third puberty. But by the time you hit the third puberty, it's kind of like the first puberty gave you benefits, but the third puberty, if you do get some benefits, you're gonna be too tired to use them.
Maybe it depends.
Like when you go through the first puberty, like you would get hips. You kind of fill out a little bit. You get kind of cute. If you were like, some people are really thin and they get curvaceous. But
curvaceous.
Even if you got curves or whatever else in the third puberty, like you're like 65, 70 years old, like, oh, well, I'm going to go to bed.
No, haven't you heard about them nursing homes?
What?
Ethel and Walter, whoever be in there.
Not Ethel.
Ethel. They say that is it chlamydia or one of them STIs, STDs is like the highest in nursing homes. Them jokers be getting they ain't tired. They getting their second, third wind.
They are tired. They just take naps during the day.
Well, that's after they get through.
No, they take naps during the day. And then right before Jeopardy, I guess is when it all goes down around 5:30. Well, they still go to bed. They just have to sneak it in and before dinner, before those Jell-O cups come around. Okay, so let me ask you this. I don't even know. This has probably nothing to do with the topic, but I'm intrigued at this point. So, are you saying Ethel and Walter are roommates?
No, Ethel is inviting Walter over to her room.
But don't they have roommates?
I think some of them do, and some nursing home. No, they can't. HIPAA, they can't. It's like a HIPAA violation. They have to have separate rooms.
No, I've been to a nursing home where they have 2 people in the room.
Well, I guess so. Then I thought they couldn't do that anymore. I thought they had to have.
That's all your insurance will pay for. They still have double rooms in hospitals,
which I find that disturbing because you can't discuss anything unless the person's out, and then you don't know if they're really out or not.
Well, if your insurance is not paying for a single, first of all, like you said, I can't believe they're still offering that. They do.
Yeah, I mean, come on now. What if
but
someone
if your
gets
insurance,
staff and then you can put in the same room with someone else who doesn't?
Then the insurance will have to pay for a private. That'll be a medical necessity.
Yeah, I can't believe there's still hospitals that have double rooms.
I know. The older ones do.
Oh, older ones. Yeah, well, they gonna probably get got or be shut down or something like that. They got to.
Shutting down hospitals now. But anyway, back to Fred and Ethel. Oh, and I said Fred, Ethel, and Walter. That's a whole nother problem.
Okay, hey, they might be doing that too.
No. So they're inviting one another to the. Oh my
I
Gosh.
mean, what do you
And
think they doing? They
well,
just
what are
like a
they
bunch.
doing?
I what they was doing before they got there, obviously. I mean, what do you think? I mean, they're a bunch of they're like teenagers or not teenagers about going in the freshman dorm. They in a dorm together and they in there checking each other out. Yeah, I'm gonna tap
But
that.
why?
Like, hold on.
That's gross.
Yeah, hey, it's
Like, I
all
feel
gross.
like if you're in the nursing home, you should just be sitting there watching Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, and then at night you watch Benny Hinn and go to bed.
Man, they be in there doing yoga and strength exercises and stuff like that.
Well,
You
they need to
know,
stop it. That's the problem.
that's what I'm saying. They getting in there doing they exercising, and someone showed. Well, I can't speak. Someone done showed out, and they skirt done flipped up, and they got a little calf muscle out, or
Not a wrist.
okay, a wrist, or what's his name? Earl. He done walked over there, and they done got one of his old timey songs going. He trying to show them his footwork, like yeah, and of course.
Oh, not,
He done had that hip replacement, so he trying to really show him he still got it. I'm just saying,
not Earl.
okay, like the elders of the church have said, they might be old, but they ain't dead. So they
Oh,
might be hard to see, but they ain't blind.
not
uh,
Earl.
yes, Earl Walter, and let's give another. What's another good name? Mm, let's just say John.
Janie.
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 Janie. Ooh, yes, Sister
Yes,
Janie. She out
Sister
there.
Janie.
Ooh, yes, honey.
Yes.
And they ain't got no
That's,
body image issues either because they all look about the same. Except for probably Miss Jane. Miss Jane probably got something back there behind her and then got Earl all messed up in the head, literally and
but
figuratively.
even even if there was something to see, the glaucoma got him.
He said he hard to see, but he ain't blind. He can see.
But that's my point. Like they don't have to have body images because their vision is distorted anyway.
Oh, that part. Yeah. Yeah. Probably a little bit messy. Got them Coke bottle glasses on. Doing that.
Okay, you're all off top. Back to
I
the
was
body image, second puberty.
second puberty. Yes. How you been handling
Okay,
that?
I'm still trying to figure out what it is. Like, do you have a description?
They didn't give a description in the thing that I saw, but
Like,
I kind of
have I
figured.
gone through it? I don't know.
I don't know either. I feel well. I would say okay. So like after I had the CEO, um, didn't really feel like a difference outside of the weight that was different. But other than that, I didn't feel any different. Like nothing really stopped me still doing the same, outside of the mom stuff. But then after I had the pastor, I was like, oh, my life is in shambles. Like, you know, not, I mean, I had lost the weight, but now I done found it again. I don't know why I keep finding it, but I found it. But it's like you, weight is distributed different. You can't move like basically you getting old. You can't do what you could do when you went through first puberty. You could actually walk sexy, and now you walking with a limp or a gimp or just
Oh Lord, not a gimp.
you trying to look cute. You can't wear the heels you were wearing when you were 18 or 20. Now you wearing them kitten heels. And if you do wear the stilettos, boy, you've got Dr. Scholl's down there, and then you got your flats in your purse and the changed clothes in the car. And it just your whole image changes from wearing the tight, skimpy stuff to I gotta make sure it don't fall out while I'm walking in to get
Oh,
groceries.
I don't want to fall out either. No, no, no.
From behind or in the front. You just trying to make sure
Yeah,
everything stay in. And not because you like
please.
have a bad image on your body, but it's uncomfortable. Like you get more into comfortable clothes versus when you were in a freshman in high school or college, it was more of do I look cute and comfortable? So it might be a little tighter, might be a little more skimpier or whatever. But now it's like, okay, is everything more covered up? Or even if it is a little skimpy, I ain't got the extra tire around my waist, or I ain't got my fupa going on, or I got my My cheeks ain't hanging out in the back. You know what I'm saying? Like they can hang, but they ain't hanging. Like, choice of
Okay.
underwear is different. It's just like everything changes once you hit that second milestone in life, in a sense. Like it's right before the midlife crisis or right before the menopause for women. It's like, okay.
Okay, I got it now. Okay, so I have to say, then in that case, based on this definition, I don't think, hmm, I don't want to say I haven't gone through the second PMS or the second whatever. I
Puberty,
don't
not
puberty.
PMS.
Oh hell, I'm so tired. I'm sorry.
Oh boy, I don't know what second PMS is, but buddy.
I'm not feeling my best.
Yeah, give her a break. Give her
Yeah,
a
yeah,
break.
please. Okay,
I can imagine
said
second
second.
PMS. After you had a baby, you have second PMS. Or second PMS when your period actually starts. Which one is second PMS? Okay, we'll get it together. Oh
Okay,
gosh. Okay. Back on
second
topic.
puberty. Second puberty. Okay, so because I have not had the body issues.
Okay, that's good.
Like I had, like some moms will say, "Oh, I gained this weight when I had my baby,"
Mm-hmm.
and they blame the kid for like 25, 30 years about why they don't have a body. Okay, like mom, I have kids now, and you're still blaming me for your body, but
Okay.
I didn't have that issue. Like I actually lost weight. Like, and when I say lost weight, like I was after having my baby, I was 10, 15 pounds lighter
Mm.
than I was before I got pregnant.
No, that's good.
So I
That's good.
can't blame that on my child. Then I found it,
Mm-hmm.
but that wasn't the kid's fault. Like I said, I lost the weight. Like the kid put
Right.
it on. I was already fat. And then the weight I put on with the kid actually helped me lose it because I was breastfeeding.
Mm-hmm.
So like the kid did its job. Like, hey, I gave you the weight, I helped you take it off. Like that was fair. And then I found it on my own, just eating because I was still eating like I was breastfeeding.
Mm-hmm.
And when I stopped, my metabolism wasn't as high, obviously, because I'm not making milk anymore.
Right.
So then I gained it. I gained the weight back. But since then, I've lost it again.
Great.
So in that regard, like how your body, like some people say, like they'll say their body changes, like the composition changes,
Mm-hmm.
or their shape changes. Like I
Mm-hmm.
have not had that. Like I still have the same shape. Now it's a little looser, obviously. I'm not as toned as I was in high school or in my early 20s, but for the most part, I think that's the same. Um, but or like I don't have joint issues. I actually had joint issues when I was younger. Now I don't anymore, so I can't blame that. But I am always hot. So if we can add that as a criteria for the second puberty, then yes, I'm there because I'm always hot.
Sure. We'll throw that in there. We could throw
Because it's
because
not
you're
it's not the third one and it's not menopause. It's just I'm hot.
yeah, we could throw that in there because I mean, your body temp does change, especially after kids and as you get older. I mean, whether you're colder or because after menopause and you're having hot flashes, then it's your blood so thin you're cold all the doggone time.
Oh
So,
gosh.
I mean, that probably won't happen to you. I'm pretty sure you'll probably still keep the thermostat at
Yeah, I don't need to.
72.
What do you mean thin? Like if they say your blood's thin, then why do old people take aspirin
Keep him from
for
having a
thinning?
stroke or a heart attack.
But that's the thin, but you're saying it's already thin. So you want
Yeah,
it thinner?
yeah, it's called blood thinner, so it thins it even more. Yeah.
But if it's naturally going to thin out in age, why do we want it even thinner?
To prevent the chance of heart attack or stroke for some people, because some people are more prone to it, even with their blood thinning at a certain age. But they don't have to take aspirin. Some people have taken aspirin every day, but I know some that only have to take it, have it on hand as an emergency, which I think
That's
is
too
kind of crazy,
much.
because if you don't have it you don't have no water, then what you gonna do?
You better chew it up.
That's about all you gonna be able to do is chew it up and hope it get down there. Because I'm
Yeah,
thinking, like, first thing I'm thinking is 911, not find your aspirin.
yeah. No, you chew it and you put it under your tongue.
Oh, I thought that was something else. I thought there was another medication for that, where you put it
I
under your
thought you
tongue.
need to Google that.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Don't
back
take
to
medical
this.
advice from us.
Please don't. Yes, let's please put that disclaimer. We are not
We
medical
ain't even,
professionals.
no.
We are not giving anyone any advice. We're actually questioning our own advice.
Exactly. We trying to figure.
So
Look, we ain't even at
we
that age
consult,
yet. Okay. And
right?
if I
And
mean
when we,
we're there where we should be watching it, but nah.
yeah, and when we have questions, we go and swipe our card at the doctor's office,
Actually,
and
I
we
just
get
message mine. I don't even go unless I have to.
sometimes they're like, "Hey, you want to have a telehealth visit?" No,
It's just you,
I
because you
don't
like
want to
to have.
Zoom. I want you to listen to stuff. I want you to check stuff. I want you to touch stuff.
Mm, okay.
Like, oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
I'm going through second puberty. Touch it. Figure it out. There's not much you're gonna do.
Well, with that,
Control the zone.
how you been taking your body image as a 30 whatever year old woman who, you've been married for a decade or
Forever.
so, and yeah, and you got a kid. So how you been taking that body image, as far as, because I mean we go through a lot as women. And I mean, yeah, how you take it? I just want to know. I'm curious.
Uh, I don't know. Like it's just I guess I can look at it in categories. So as it relates to my health, um, I know I'm more concerned about my body, not necessarily the image, but how can I put it? It's not anything that's superficial, like, oh, I can't wear tight clothes, anything like that. I don't care about that. But as it relates to my body composition, I'm always considering like needing to be more toned or thinking about at this age, bone density. Obviously, I'm not
Mm,
there yet, but
mm-hmm.
like you said, being preventative in how you treat your body, things like that. So when I think about my body image, I'm always thinking about it from a health perspective.
Mm,
Um, but when it comes to like how do I present myself to the world, I don't think it impacts my dress any. I'm a pretty conservative dresser.
mm-hmm.
Um, and now that we're in the post-COVID society, I'm a very comfortable dresser, which I've always dressed comfortably, but even more so now it's like sweats and t-shirts, but they have to be cute. They're still form fitting. So it's not like your mom sweats from the 60s, 70s, 80s, but
mm-hmm.
it's like Fabletics kind of stuff. It's just
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
leggings, things like that. So, and
Yeah.
now everything has supportive, there are
Yes.
supportive structures that are still comfortable. So it kind of sucks, it'll suck you in or poke you in a little bit where
Mm-hmm.
it does add a little confidence. But then when you take them off, it's just like, oh,
I forgot that was there.
yeah, because your pants have been lying to you all day.
Okay. Okay.
Your pants told you that it was up there, and when you took them off, it was like, nah, it's down there. But it's one of those. It's like I don't fight it, mentally. Like some people are like fighting it, like I don't want to get older, or I don't want this to happen. It's like do what you can do. This is what I'm telling myself. I do what I can
Mm-hmm.
do. I eat. I'm trying to eat healthier, trying to move more. But I am not into and not knocking anybody who does it. It's just it's not for me. But like cosmetic procedures, things like
Mm-hmm.
that. No, I'm not doing that.
Mm.
I can't.
Gotcha.
Mm-mm. So I think I am aging gracefully.
Mm-hmm.
And the things that come with the changes of my body, I'll do what I can to slow the progress, but I also am realistic enough to know that the change will happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
I told
I
you
am.
the advice, the body image advice that I got from a older lady in my church years ago. I was still in like late teens, early 20s. She was like, what was once north will eventually go south. And what was once east and west will eventually go to the center. And I was like, what? I get it now. 20 something years later, I get it. I was good with the north and south, but the east and west going center didn't make sense. It makes sense now. Hashtag second puberty.
Oh my gosh. I don't think I've gotten, I probably have, I just don't remember any body image advice from like elders of the church, the mothers of the church and stuff like that. Outside of just take care of yourself. Um, I do have body image issues even now to this day. So I'm the one that is always fighting what I eat, what I'm doing, all that stuff. I'm always fighting it. But I am I've always been the bigger sibling, whether it was in mainly in weight. I was always the bigger sibling. Um, I had the bigger pants, which, I couldn't help that. I mean, if it's there and it's genetically there, I can't help that. No matter how much weight I lost, it was still there. So, I couldn't help that. But I used to lift weights in high school, and also being a kid who had asthma and was always on steroids or having a steroid inhaler. Or when you got sick, guess what? You just got steroids piled on top of you. Well, yeah, I kind of bulked up. And also going through first puberty, well, yeah, it's gonna happen. So I had bulked up, got real muscular and what have you. When I lifted weights, so I was playing two different sports. Um, volleyball, which you need your legs for that, and track, which I didn't run because if you see me run, there's a problem. I'm not running nowhere. I'm not running for nobody. If there was a zombie apocalypse, mind you, I'll be the first one to get ate because I ain't running. And as slow as they go, they'll catch me because I'm walking. I'm not running. But anyways, I did shot put and discus, so upper body strength, but you still needed the legs. So yeah, I was a very high protein, high carb diet doing all of that. And then when I got into college, I still lifted weights my freshman half a semester. Um, so I've always had that, eat a lot of calories because you need to lift those weights in order to keep the muscle mass and all that stuff. So when pregnancy and all that stuff happened, well, guess what? You're losing muscle because you got to lose muscle because your body's got to loosen up to deliver a baby. So you don't have that. And then I keep eating the same way, but I'm not doing the same stuff I was doing. So that's how I lose and then I gain and then I keep it for a while and health stuff happens and I lose it again. And, just stuff happens. But now, today, my body image with second puberty, it is turning positive. So it was very negative after having the pastor because I lost the weight and I got to pre-pregnancy weight and I was happy. But then health concerns started happening, and then I started gaining, and I'm like, I shouldn't be gaining. I should be losing more because of this health issue I have. Well, because my diet ended up going back to my weightlifting diet because that's all I could eat at the time. So then I started gaining the weight back. And so for me, I've always had a food issue and a body image issue because I'm supposed to look a certain way. I remember one person telling me I think I just came back from college and was getting my hair done. And they were like, don't you ever get that big again. I'm like, hold up, that big? I was lifting weights. What do you mean that big? Like, wow. I was fine with that. And then I lost like a bunch of weight from the work I was doing and going to college, dry because I was going to a community college. and working, I had lost a good bit of weight. And they're like, oh my gosh, you look so sick. I'm like, well, I can't win for losing. Like, if I lose too much weight, I'm sick. But if I gain too much weight, I'm too big. And, and sometimes in our culture, in African American culture, the bigger you are, the healthier you are, the happier you are. That's not always true. So, what I ended up doing was trying to gain weight back the wrong way. And I couldn't gain it because of my lifestyle. Well, that bad eating habit, that bad college eating habit stuck with me. And there you go. The cycle continues to go on and go forth. But anyways, because I had the hourglass, I get well close to an hourglass figure as you can get. And the hips, and I was content and happy with that. But you get all these people talking to you because they're used to seeing you a certain way. And then it just stuck with me because I'm like, I didn't know no different. I'm just, I'm like, whatever. And then now you're seeing social media, and of course you're seeing these Instagram models and all that. And I'm like, well, that doesn't help my body image at all because I don't look like that. I don't want to look like that because it takes too much effort to pose, suck in, and not fart while you hold this pose.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's that serious. You can't bloat, you can't do anything. And I'm going, no wonder people have body image issues. So mine's getting more positive. If it starts to take my space, like I've gone from trying to lose weight to just trying to be healthy. Instead of me trying to lose 10 pounds, can I get my heart rate up, or can I walk a mile without, oh my gosh, I'm dying? Like, can I
Right,
just
yeah.
do that and my heart rate be okay? Is my blood pressure normal? As long as my blood pressure isn't above normal, I'm happy because,
There you go.
it could be worse. Is my blood sugar great? Awesome, amazing. Now, no, I'm not going to look like a figure eight, but doggone it, I done had kids and I done went through life. So, yeah, today, like I said, it's positive. Tomorrow, I can see somebody out in public and go, dad, gum, I can't get into that, or I might put on an outfit for tomorrow and be like, ugh. Like, I know one thing that helped me, and it was get rid of all the clothes in my closet that I could not wear that I was hoping to get back into. And these clothes, mind you, were like high school. I'm still holding on clothes from high school, thinking I'm going to get back into that size. What was a size 16 30 years ago or 20 years ago is not a size 16 now, or a size 18 then, or a size large, or size me. It's not the same.
But also, you have to ask yourself, this is what I do when I purge. I would say, like I would save things and say, okay, hopefully I'll lose some weight and I can get back in this later. But then it got to the point where the seasons would change, and it was two winters ago or 3 winters ago, and I'm still not back that size. I started to ask myself, and I wouldn't throw them all out, but I would ask myself, if I were the right size today, would I even wear it? Because like you said, like from high school, even if you could wear it today, some of the style of clothing doesn't speak to who you are now.
Exactly.
You wouldn't wear it anyway. So like you said, like purge that stuff is not healthy if it's putting you in a negative headspace. And I mean, for me, it didn't do that. It was more like I'm trying to declutter my home. And that's how I kind of dealt with it. But yeah, I'm all for mental health trumps it all. And so if giving those clothes away to somebody who can use them, that's a win. And then getting them, out of your, day-to-day life, or if you're kind of going through the closet and you always see those things, if it kind of stirs up negative emotions or put you in a bad place, that's not good either. So good for you for just getting rid of it. You purged.
Oh, yeah. And I think I did that like a couple of years ago, I think, because I was just getting sick and tired of picking up the same clothes that I wanted to wear, but I couldn't fit in. And I was like, but to see it like, okay, like let's take my mom, for example. She's lost so much weight from working in her garden that is like, she doesn't look sick. She doesn't look, weird. It's just, she's been working out in the garden, doing what she's got to do. So she's lost weight. And I looked at some of these clothes that she has on that I used to wear, and I'm going, I'm so happy to see that someone can wear them. Like when I can see it again and it looks good, I'm like, I don't wish I was in it, I was just like, man, it looks so good on you. I'm so glad that I gave it to you, because what I am now is not what that is. It works perfect for that person's personality. It works perfect for that person's lifestyle. For me, not so much. For me, I'm still that t-shirt and jeans girl, but I'm a certain type of t-shirt and jeans girl. I'm
Okay,
not.
so speaking of that, what type of t-shirt and jeans girl are you?
Oh, I'm the 1990s cartoon, well, some 2000 cartoon type in the video game t-shirts and
Oh,
yeah, a
I did
lot
not
of
know that one. I learned
right.
something new about you today.
Yeah, a lot of the graphic tee type deal. I like those a lot. Even when I was in high school, I liked them like Yoshi, um, The Last Airbender. Trying to think. I had a shoot. I had a Peanuts, Charlie Brown, Snoopy. Oh, love those. Love to wear those type of t-shirts. Yeah, I'm one of those. I like those in my t-shirt jean type of attire that I like to wear. Things that have weird sayings on them, like one of them says it is a math shirt and it's like fine, that it was a meme at one point. It was like find the letter X on a triangle and they circled it and said there it is. Here it is. It's right there. I
Oh
love
my
those type of
gosh.
I love those type of shirts too. It's my favorite. Um, Too bad it's black though, or I wear it a lot, but it's too hot to wear the black shirt. But yeah, that's my type of thing. And then in the wintertime, I'm just a plain whatever color long sleeve like crew neck shirt. It's fine. I don't have to have all the designs. I only do the designs and stuff if I'm going out. But that's my deal. That and yoga pants or sweatpants. Like I'm
So what
just
about the fit of the t-shirt? What type of shirt is it? What's the cut of it?
uh what do you call them? Crew? Not crew neck. Is it crew neck or is it just a circle, not the V? Yeah, it's crew. Basic
So you're a crew
unisex.
neck.
Mm-hmm. I used
Ah.
to be the female, whatever the female version is, where kind of flared. I used to like that, but post kids, it's not very complimentary.
Gotcha.
So yeah,
Okay.
I prefer just the basic unisex t-shirt.
Yet another thing we don't have in common.
What t-shirt are you wearing, or what shirt are you wearing? I say t-shirt. What shirt are you wearing?
I mean, if I'm wearing a t-shirt, I can go there. Which is typically what I wear day to day. It has to be V-neck.
Mm,
I can't stand crew neck shirts.
mm.
It makes it feel like I'm suffocating. So
I
it
can
has to be
understand that.
V-neck.
I understand that.
It has to be the women's cut.
Mm.
So yeah, I do not like baggy shirts. I don't like baggy clothes. So my
Well,
clothes have to fit
see,
me.
I like baggy.
So yeah, no, it needs to fit because
Mm,
the way, okay, with my body type and the way I feel about clothing, when your clothes fit you, it's actually slimming. When your clothes are too big and baggy, it actually adds weight
that is true.
visually.
That is true.
So I would rather my clothes fit me, which again, I'm not dressing for anyone else. I don't care if other people see me as looking bigger or smaller, but it's just I like the way I look in it
Right.
when my clothes fit me. Um, and I used to be I used to like pre, no, I would say post puberty. I didn't have the best body image, so
Mm-hmm.
I would try to hide in my clothes.
Mm.
And it wasn't until I was about maybe 15 and I started like working out and I
Mm-hmm.
lost a lot of weight and I started toning and started to develop the body I wanted. I was like, shoot, I look good. I want to show it. And I
Mm-hmm.
began to wear clothes that actually not were too tight, but I realized the clothes I was wearing were like literally a size too big. I didn't realize
Mm-hmm.
that I was wearing like larges and I should have been wearing mediums,
Right. Yeah.
like in the shirts. Like, so that's
Yeah.
when I started noticing that kind of stuff or shopping with friends and just seeing what do you all normally buy and how does that fit? And so that's when I
Mm-hmm.
noticed it around 15, 16. Oh, they make like shirts that fit you, like t-shirts that fit better than just like you just think regular t-shirt. Like you said, the
Mm-hmm.
unisex.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't like those. And then I'm short. So I would prefer women's cut because it kind of hits you on the hips the right way,
Right.
whereas the other shirts are really made for men. And so they're too long and then they just
Mm-hmm.
bunch up around your hips. And then that makes you look chunky too.
That is true. Now, mind you, I don't
But
mind either look. I don't mind the V-neck or the crew because I think I have both.
oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I feel like I'm just choking in a crew neck shirt. And then last but not least, I do not like writing or pictures on clothing.
Why?
No, even my child, like people would try to buy things like, you know, kids have like shirts with pictures of animals and stuff on there.
Yeah.
No, mm-mm,
Oh my gosh.
never. My child will always be in solid color clothes.
Why?
Nope. I don't like writing. I don't like pictures and writing on shirts.
Why?
And like,
I
I
want to
don't
know
like
why.
it. I don't like it.
What's
I
wrong?
just don't.
No, no, it's got to be a reason. What do you have against writings on shirts? Like, what's
I
wrong
don't
with having a dinosaur or a unicorn on a shirt? What's your
Mm-mm.
problem?
It's no. It's just no.
Like, there's
So
nothing
the
wrong with
only
having a
way it
dump
make
truck on a shirt. What's wrong with you?
why do you want a dump truck on a shirt? Like why?
I don't know. But the pastor
No.
loves a dump truck on a shirt. Oh my gosh.
Mm-mm.
And then let it be something he can play with too, because it has a little sprinkles in the little pouch. Oh, he having fun.
And that's the funny thing about it. Like two or three shirts have gotten past my shirt detector
Oh my gosh.
because grandma grandma bought something and was like, "Hey, I brought this from my grandbaby." Okay. And it's a free shirt. I'm not turning down free clothes. We'll just wear it at home. We're not wearing it in public,
But what's
but
wrong
we'll wear
with
it at home.
it?
I just don't like
It's
it.
not like it has his name on it or anything. It's just a
I
design.
just I was like, I don't even wear clothes. Like the only time I think words should be on clothes is for like, I don't know, for branding, for
No.
like if you're advertising a company or
And
something.
I don't
Like
get paid to do that, so I'm not.
no, no, I wouldn't finish. I was gonna say, and only if it's your company.
Yeah.
If it's your company, that's fine. Or if it's like I'll wear writing on a shirt if it's for a special day. So like a family reunion. I will wear it that one time because Black people have to have a family reunion T-shirt.
Yes, and I
I will
hate
wear it.
it.
I will wear it that one day to the family reunion, and then I'm chunking it.
I
And I'm
have
not
like
gonna throw
two
it.
of those.
I'm not putting it in the trash. I'll donate it, and somebody else can be in my family. That's
I hate
fine.
those. Like, why? Why do we have to have a T-shirt for
Because we
family?
are all together, and by God, we all gonna look like we are a family. Because we're
I
gonna
don't think
wear the
we already
same
look like a
this
family.
same shirt. We're all gonna wear the same shirt.
No,
And
because
that way we know who's not in the family because or we just know they didn't pay for a shirt because they showed up and they're not in uniform.
oh gosh, and I think it's stupid because family reunions already between depending on how big your family is and who all gets there, it's between 4 days and 8 days long. Okay. And
But you only wear the t-shirt to the picnic though.
yeah, there's only one day that you wear the T-shirt, but that has to
Right.
be a day where 90% of the 2,000 people in your family are there, and it's like, but why do we all have to match? We all look something alike. Like if you line us up, you can see the generational, as we start to mingle and mix together. Like, why do we all have to look like in the
Oh,
same
but that's when it
shirt?
gets really fun though. No, that's when it gets really fun. So my family, well, one of my families, because we all got like at least two sides of the family.
Two
Some
or
people
three.
have more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say some people have more, depends on who you're talking to.
Mm-hmm.
But in one of my families, there were like the grandparents, there were like three, five, I don't know, let's just say five siblings. And then each of the five siblings had like 10 kids. And then the 10 kids all had at least two or three kids. So you got to think about how many kids that is.
A lot of
So
kids.
each of the grandparent siblings, I call them the grandparent siblings. So they're the ones who are two generations ago.
Mm-hmm.
Those people, each one of those factions of the family, they have their own shirt. So then you know which grandparent you came from.
Oh wow, y'all were really, yeah, y'all be no, see, we had
So
all the
we
same
all
color.
have our shirts. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I've been to
Yeah,
family reunions like what you're talking about, but I think that's kind of neat. So we all have. It's like you know what tribe you're from.
right. I got you. That makes more sense. Like
So
that I
yeah.
wouldn't mind. But like one year, I remember one year we had shirts And it might have been the only year we got shirts, honestly. And it was, you got two colors. It was blue or purple. And I was like, well, I want blue, but I ended up getting purple for some reason, and I don't know why. And it was the exact same shirt, you just had two different colors, and I don't know why we had two different colors, and that might have been it, not because my
It could
great
have been the family reunion colors.
I don't know, I really don't care, I just know I didn't understand why we all had.
Well, my
I was
point is, that's the only time you should wear writing on a shirt. If it's your company and you're
oh yeah,
advertising,
we had to get back to that.
by the way, we're, go small business, go
Yeah,
entrepreneurship.
woo, woo.
In family reunions, that makes sense. Or if your church is having some type of
No.
day that we need to celebrate with a shirt, you wear it that day, and then again you donate it to somebody because you're not wearing it again. Because guess what? Next year for Youth Day, we're gonna get totally different shirts anyway.
Yeah, but you could just wear it to bed, or it could just be your around the
I'm
house
not
cleaning
sleeping. Okay,
shirt.
there we go again. I'm not sleeping in a t-shirt. I'm sleeping in pajamas that match. So my point is, we are still different because I'm not wearing a crew neck, I'm not wearing a big shirt, and I'm definitely not wearing writing words or especially not animals on my shirt.
Oh my gosh,
Mm-mm.
I love graphic tee.
No.
They fit. Cause see, my thing is, I used to love getting them, especially when I was like, I think I was I might have been a sophomore by the time I was in this part of college, and they were just coming out with them real good, and you couldn't just get them from Spencer's or anywhere else like that. Like you could get them from Walmart. So at that point, they were everywhere, and they had these
Yeah, they're
different
in Walmart. They're everywhere.
they're everywhere. And they had these teas, and they were, of course, in the men's section. And I went crazy, and I went through there buying all the different ones. And I knew what my size was then. So, like, I think I wore a men's medium just because it was loose and comfortable around my hip area. Um, so, and I just went through and bought them all. And some of them were kind of mean because it was like something like, who cares about your problem? Type of question, like it's on the shirt, but it was this long sentence like I care about your whatever, and it had stuff marked out. And I brought it home, and that was when I was like, yes, they're my favorite, this is what I'm wearing all the time. And my dad was like, that's not very Christian, like you cannot wear that shirt. And I said, fine, I won't wear it to church, but I'm wearing it out. Like, because that's how I
Oh my
felt.
God.
There were some days where I was just like, who cares about your problem? I don't. I got my own problems to deal with.
Oh
So
God.
I love those type of shirts there because they fit your mood. Like you just wear them with whatever mood you're feeling. Yeah, that's my thing. Not all the
But why
time.
can't you use colors to do that? Which number one, I have a friend who says every morning she dresses according to her mood. Like,
Okay.
I don't know. I'm guessing like if you're, I don't know how she decides how to dress according to her mood, but again, in my opinion, it's like it's a shirt, it's some pants, it's a dress. Just put it. I don't care.
Well, I don't know, but I don't necessarily dress. I do dress according to my mood. No, I mean, like I do. I dress according to my mood, but I don't dress color coordinated to my mood. It's like, what do I want to wear? So if I'm
What was the
feeling,
last thing you said? You kind of broken up there.
I do dress according to my mood. I can't lie. I do that. But it's basically if I have a particular item I want to wear. So if there's a particular shirt I want to wear, then it takes me forever to pick out the bottoms because it has to fit how I want to look for whatever I'm feeling. So yeah, but I don't do it by color. I do it by like an item. So like tomorrow I'm going and I want to wear a teal shirt. Well, I'm going to wear some like Bermuda shorts. I want to wear shorts. Well, I can only wear Bermuda shorts. There's the other short. Well, I mean, I could wear the other shorts, but I don't know. It's just something about thighs rubbing together, and I just rather not. That's what I don't want to feel. Is my thighs rubbing together. So I want to wear Bermuda shorts, and that's how I feel. But
Okay.
that's just. But then again, I'll wake up tomorrow and go, let me go put on one of my graphic tees. I'd rather wear that. I feel more relaxed if I wear that. I don't know. Just depends. But that's also something that I've carried that has made me comfortable. Now, I will say that I like to be comfortable in my body and in my clothes, which I know we've already stated because I will wear a t-shirt to bed and some baggy pants, loose, whatever.
That's hot.
A baggy shirt?
These pants.
Oh,
These.
pants.
Why are we wearing pants and you don't have a blanket on?
Well, that's another thing. Like I have a weighted blanket, and that's enough for me. And then there's like 2 fans going on in the room. So
So you have a pair of pants, a weighted blanket,
mm-hmm. Sometimes I
and
wear
2 fans.
shorts. Well, yeah, give or
Oh,
take.
okay. I mean, I'm all for the 2 fans because I'm always hot, but I'm just thinking like if you took those pants off and wore some shorts, it might not be as hot.
Well, I don't know. It's a comfort thing for me. I wear shorts sometimes, and I have matching sets where I have matching shorts to go with. But a lot of times, they're too close to underwear, so I just would rather wear pants. I knew it. Why did I say that?
I have so many follow-up questions, but I'm not going to ask.
That's okay. You
This
don't.
this is a family-friendly.
No, it's not. Don't even lie. It's not. It's
I would like for this to be a family-friendly podcast.
Well, I guess we're just never gonna do it again because it's gonna be.
Okay, so let me ask this. Okay, well, since it's not family-friendly, I think they should actually have a. You might want to put a 14 plus rating on this particular episode.
Oh, every single last one of them is don't
Okay,
listen if you're under the age 18.
Please don't. 21.
Yeah, there you go.
35, really. Really 35. We're over here talking about a second puberty. You might as well wait until you're at least 35 to listen.
Or look forward to it.
That's a good point. So you're saying you don't go to bed in shorts because the shorts feel too much like underwear.
Mm-hmm.
But then my question then is, you're going to wear pants because pants don't feel like underwear?
No, because they're long.
Okay, so, but do you wear the underwear under the pants is my question.
Okay, there we go. That's the real question.
Like I'm trying to figure all this out. So you don't wear underwear?
Certain parts of your body does not need to be constricted unless medically stated otherwise.
Oh my gosh. Now your vagina needs a disclaimer. No.
Yes, no. Why wear? Okay, for those that wear underwear all day, kudos to you. I personally do not find enjoyment in wearing underwear unless necessary. All times. And bedtime is one of them. I don't feel comfortable unless I have to. And there's only one time.
That makes sense though.
Because to me, it's not comfortable.
It's constricting.
It's very constricting. Okay. And if you're not wearing, even if you have cotton underwear, you still need to breathe. I still feel like you need to breathe down there. Everywhere needs to have just a flow of air. Okay. And it's just not happening at night if I gotta sit there and wear that. And then I'm not trying to say that. That's too much information. But anyways, if you're an adult, especially if you've had kids, there you go. Disclaimer there.
Okay. So it makes sense because now I understand. I keep forgetting that you feel like, even when we're talking about clothing, that the t-shirts, for example, they're not constricting, or you would rather wear looser fitting sweats and things like that because you feel like otherwise it's constricting. So that makes sense. It follows your logic of underwear, bras, things like that. They just feel constricting to you.
They do.
I mean, no, it makes sense. Like,
yeah.
It has to make sense. I'm just trying to follow the logic. So I get it.
Yeah.
All of those things feel constricting.
Yes. Now, okay. I will wear a form-fitting dress, but even my clothing, my dress choices has become from form-fitting to like it can just hang off of me, like literally muumuus, really close to muumuus. Like it doesn't have to touch me. They're my dresses are really, really close to them. Like there's this one that I picked out, and the chain actually broke on it, which I was fine because I was going to get a ribbon to go on it, but it hangs off of you. It's not form-fitting. It hangs. It's a giant curtain.
It's a tarp.
Yeah, it's a giant curtain. And I've worn it a few times now. It can get hot under there because it is a lot of fabric. But yeah, I'm like, yes, Let it all
Okay.
go.
So, okay, let's go. This is taking us back to body image then. So, are
Yes.
you wearing these loose clothes for functionality, or is it because you feel like you look better in it, or is it because you feel like you're hiding something? So that's three choices: a, B, and a C.
What was okay? I'm not hiding. What was A and B?
A is functionality, like you just, like you said, you're hot, you don't want to feel constricted, things like that,
Okay.
or you feel like you look better in it.
Can I do A and B? Because I'm more of
Yeah, you can.
okay.
You
It's
can
like
have an A and
it's
B.
not because I'm hide. Because if I want to hide something, I'm wearing a giant, sweatshirt, something like that. Like if I'm hiding the fact that I'm not wearing a bra, then I'll be wearing a giant sweatshirt. But it's more for comfort and the function of it. Because for me, I want it like I want to wear a dress, but I don't want to be form fitting. I want it to be loose and hanging off of me. Or if I do want it to be form fitting, I want it to accentuate my parts that I want it to accentuate, whether it's my waist, my hips, whatever. But it literally doesn't have to be skin tight. It doesn't have to be where I have to wear a what you call it, Spanx, that kind of thing. I don't have to wear a girdle or anything like that. I can still look good on me without me having to wear all that extra to make it look like how it looked on a mannequin. You know what I'm saying? So, not saying I
Yeah,
don't have any form fitting dresses. I just don't want them so form fitting that lumps and bumps make me feel insecure, and I do want to hide them. That makes
got
any
it.
sense. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know how we are on time, but I just want to have one
Oh
last
no,
question.
that's go ahead. One last question and then moral of the story.
Okay, so take me, and this is going to go right into our moral of the story.
Okay.
You're going on a night on the town with your husband.
Okay.
Describe what you're wearing.
Hold on. Let me look.
Because I want to know, what does dressing up, hanging out with hubby on the town, but comfortable feels like or looks like to you.
Okay. I will use the one that I used for our last real hangout. And it was a actual you're gonna shoot me for this. It
Oh
was
gosh.
a
Please don't
button.
tell me it was a mushroom on the shirt.
There was it was a plaid type deal, but it was a what you want to say, a t-shirt dress, but it was the button down type deal. So it had buttons in the front. And it looked like one of those you wear your husband's work shirt or something like that, except for it was a little longer. It went to the like right at the top of the calf. And I think it had
Mm-hmm.
more of an A line. So it was up in the front, down in the back a little bit. Um,
Mm.
and it had bigger sleeves, so the sleeves were a little more not flowy because it was like I said, it was like a button up shirt. It was just like an oversized button up shirt. And it had a belt, matching belt tie in the front, and the cleavage part, the V-neck part of the button up, it gave enough to not put everybody out there. And that
Ooh.
was I can't remember what shoes I wore though that day. Oh, it was some booties type shoes. It was probably about a 2-inch heel, open toe deal. And the afro was out and the makeup was on. That kind of thing. So
Ooh.
that's where I'm kind of going towards. Like before, and I think before that, I can't remember. I wore a high waisted, very um what did my brother-in-law call? I can't remember, but I called it carnival. That's not what he said, but I said carnival because it looked like a tent, because the skirt was it has a lot of flowers on it, and it's very like island type flower designs on some very busy bottom, and a white tank with
Mm-hmm.
a denim jacket. And I think I wore it wasn't flip flop. What kind of shoes did I wear that day? I can't remember. They were heels. I just can't remember what heels I wore. But yeah, but it was still flowy, but it still accentuated the fact that I had a small waist, large hips, because even with it flowing, it was still there. Um, and
Yeah, that ain't going
yeah,
nowhere.
that's what I'm saying. They're not going anywhere. So no matter how flowy it is, once I accentuate the waist, you're gonna see it. It's
Oh yeah.
it's not going anywhere. So yeah, that's the kind of things that I'm into now. Now before we had kids, a little more form fitting, a lot more cleavage, a lot more like tops and bottoms because I wanted to accentuate how long my legs were because I do have pretty, I say they're a little longer than my torso, and I like to accentuate that. But now I'm like, just the waist. That's all you need to worry about. Make sure the waist is accentuated and everything else is fine. So yeah.
Gotcha.
How about you? Since you know.
Well, first of all, I don't go anywhere, but
Exactly. But okay, before
if
COVID.
I did, if I did, if I were to go out, I'm trying to think. The last time I went out, was it before or after COVID? It was before COVID.
Girl, don't lie to nobody
Like,
saying about you went out after COVID.
no, I'm just trying to think, like, as far as a date.
Oh, that
So
part.
I would
Okay.
consider, yeah, I'm just thinking, like, what did I have on? So what I would consider a date, I'm thinking about going somewhere nice, like a really nice restaurant or a concert. Something is always going to have food involved. So nice restaurant and something. So
Mm-hmm.
a concert or something like that. Um, but yeah, like I just always wear like the same like dresses because I'm more like small at the top, larger at the
Mm-hmm.
bottom.
Mm-hmm.
It's always gonna be fitted at the top and
Mm-hmm.
looser, obviously, toward the bottom. So more A-line dresses, but
Mm-hmm.
I love wrap dresses.
Oh.
I
Mm.
love wrap dresses.
Mm.
Because, well, again, because of my body shape.
Yeah.
I think it looks nicer on me. I do not like dresses that are like boxy
Mm-hmm.
or looser because again, it makes me look chunky when I'm not
Yeah.
chunky on the top. So yeah, I will wear like something like that that's form fitting. I would prefer something a little shorter, but in my older age, it has to at least touch my knee.
Mm.
Just because I have varicose veins now.
Yeah, yeah, girl. Tell me about it.
So like to this, like if my thighs were as tight as I wanted them to be, if I could bounce a penny off of them today, I would still have those highways and byways on my legs, so it wouldn't even matter. But
Mm-hmm.
just a nice dress to my knee, and like you said, like some booties or I can wear boots that have heels on. I don't know how, but I can wear heels if they're on
Mm-hmm.
a boot. But if not, it's just a flat sandal. But it's something
Mm.
that's really sleek and skinny. But
Yeah.
that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
I don't wear heels. But yeah, just a nice little dress, something that makes me feel cute. But again, it has to be, it's always gonna be form fitting on the top
Mm-hmm.
because it has to be small on the top so that it'll flow on the bottom.
Right. No, I understand completely. I understand. That's
So
one of
yeah.
the bad problems. Now that this one last thing, then we go to the whatever. That is one thing that I had an issue with growing up is my bottom. Now I'm not pear shaped because my shoulders are wide, but it's because my chest area was always smaller. You have to get like buying a full dress is how do you get the top and the like you have to get it bigger because the bottom has to have enough room or you're not getting it past your hips. Like
Wait, what?
like when you're buying stuff when I was younger trying to buy stuff like especially a dress, the top would be very loose because I'm trying to compensate for the bottom or the top would be perfect and I can't get the dress past my hips. So it's like that's
It's the
the
shape of the dress.
well when I was younger, I didn't know about that stuff. I was just like, oh, I get this size. This is the size, and they're like, you get it in the size
Oh
pants
yeah.
that you are. And then I get it
Mhm.
and I'm like, but I'm swimming up top, you know, something's going to fall out, if I'm not wearing the right thing or it's fitting perfect up top, but I can't get it. I can't walk because it's too tight at the bottom. So like now they have them more designed where you can get a certain cut of dress and it'll fit right or it'll fit for you. But then I'm just like, this is crazy. It was just nuts that when you bought something, it was like you get, let's just say you're extra large on bottom, but you're a medium up top. Well, I mean, you're
Yeah, that was
swimming.
me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that was one of my issues. Like not for the shoulder area, but like just the torso area. It wouldn't fit. It was just too big.
But that's
And
why you gotta buy clothes that, like you said, they're cut differently
yeah, now I
because
know
they're different
that.
body types. Yeah.
Yeah,
But see,
and
my
it's
mom, she always taught me that growing up. Like you have to dress for your body. And so,
mm,
and my mom was like she sewed. My mom like
mm.
would make, that was her thing. She loved to make me clothes until I got too big to say, no, I don't want you. I don't want homemade clothes. I want clothes from the store.
Yeah.
But yeah, she would teach me about, even if we went and picked out a pattern and I would say, I want this. She was like, no, you can't wear that because that's not made for your body.
Mm.
And I had to learn that at a young age because I was literally a size on the bottom and a size or two smaller on the top.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I get it.
Yeah. That's what and growing up, not not gonna say poor, but growing up with enough to live off of, and before Kmart or Walmart stopped printing on the big women, all they had was like Winnie the Pooh, Piglet, um, and whatever crazy color flower print for clothes for plus size. Now, granted, I wasn't plus size, but like my bottom half might as well have been. Now, my top half was still in juniors, but I'm just saying, like, they didn't make clothes for women. They made clothes for like still teenagers or just getting into 20s. And like now you're going, okay, no, I need to get the clothes my size that fit for my body type versus, well, that person's wearing that, I just need to get it in my size, and then it doesn't compliment you at all just
Mm-hmm.
because, well, why don't they make that pattern? No, it just doesn't compliment you. But times have gotten way better since back then, where it was just you got stuck with the same pattern no matter what your size was all the way through. And I just find that, you know, I just find it better now, especially with the way
Yes.
body images are now. It's just way better.
Yeah. I think people are more conscious about it. They're more
Mm-hmm.
conscious of body image. And
Right.
so, or it's more of an inclusive, hopefully our world is becoming more and more inclusive, even as it relates to the fashion industry and body shapes. Like I know if you go to a lot of these like the wardrobe companies where you get to pick out, like you tell them you take a style assessment, you tell them your style, and then they would just kind of send you clothes automatically.
Mm-hmm.
Like a stylist is going to just select the clothes. Even when you're doing those style assessments now, your body shape is a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
Not only is it about your preferences when it comes to clothing style or types, but you have to tell them how you're shaped because they want to pick things that fit you.
Right.
Some people need
Right.
slim fit jeans, others need more boxy jeans or mom cut jeans, or
Mm-hmm.
people like me do better in boot cut jeans.
Oh,
Others will
yes.
like fit and flare. I cannot wear flared jeans because it would make my thighs look huge, but a boot cut will
Mm-hmm.
slim me.
Exactly. Yeah.
But back in the day, we just had one pair of Levi's, and they were all it's
Mm-hmm.
just like if you looked good in them, you did, and if you didn't, you still had to wear them. You just didn't look so good.
Or the well, I used to hate when they came out with the low cut jeans, and I can wear low cut jeans.
No, they wouldn't get over my butt.
No, and then if you could get you a pair that was low cut and they get over you have a cup in the back. You could literally put a solo cup in the back because the waist part wouldn't go where it needed to go.
Yeah, that's why I never could wear. To this day, I cannot wear pants if they don't have belt loops.
Yes. Oh, I did learn this trick. How to not wear a belt in jeans. You take a handkerchief or thin handkerchief or scarf, and you take the last three belt loops in the back and you tie them up in the back. And that'll make your pants tighter. And you just tighten them to where you need them to be versus having to wear, like, if your outfit doesn't look good with a belt, you don't need to wear one with a particular outfit. That's what you could do. I was like, I tried it one time. It was all right. I still had
You
a
put a
cup.
handkerchief
A
in
ha-
the three.
like a handkerchief, not let's say a handkerchief, or a scarf or headscarf. What am I trying to think of? Bandana. There you go. I couldn't think of the thing. Bandana. Take something like that and you loop it through and then you tie it like in a knot in the back. You just loop it through those three and you tie it in a knot in the back as tight as you need it. and it will tighten. One, it'll get rid of the cup in the back, and two, it'll tighten it across to make it look like, because like for us, we can't get the well, I mean, I guess you could tailor it, but I don't know how you would get them above past your hips so that it would fit tight and snug, whether it's high-waisted or just regular cut, without having to wear a belt. And some outfits you may not want to wear a belt with, and that's how you get over it.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I've been literally conditioned.
Mm-hmm.
So, only wearing belts, like that doesn't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking about this knot. So if I have a bandana and it's a knot, now I have a knot sitting on top of my butt.
It's not going to be that big.
I mean, like, I feel like we're adding to the problem. We're not
No,
fixing.
it's not that big. I tried it. I promise you, it's not that big.
Oh, okay.
It's not that noticeable. Yeah, it's not that. I had a small
Right.
scarf that I normally tied, like if I was working out, and I just, and I just tied it in the back, and I was just like, because at first I thought this is going to look horrible. I'm going to pull my shirt down, and they're going to see this knot in the back of my shirt. But no, and then you can actually kind of tuck it. And if it was one of those that's big, I noticed that you could just tuck it into the jeans. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know at all. Just adds it. Yeah. But anyways, moral of today's story is
be glad with the skin you're in. And do whatever it takes to be happy with the skin that you're in.
And wear clothes that fit you. Don't buy clothes you think you should fit.
Yes, you wear the clothes don't wear you.
Yeah.
That's the moral of today's story.
You can replace clothes, you can't replace you, so,
Nope.
But if
let's replace those clothes that have pictures on the shirt.
No. Wear them and be happy. Be happy and walk around with them and be happy. But do not promote these doggone clothes and you done already paid for the shirt. Why you promoting a brand that ain't you? Giving them free advertisement. No, thank you.
You're paying them to advertise. That's like the best racket ever if you're on the receiving end of this deal.
Okay.
They paid me to wear my brand. Genius.
You walking around here with a Coach purse, which I'm not shocked. I'm not knocking Coach purses. Okay, if you like them, wear it, do whatever. But I'm not going to help you. No.
That's why even if I buy a car, you're not putting the dealership's name
Amen.
on the back of my car unless you're going to take some money off. If you're going to pay for the advertisement,
yes,
that's fine. But no, you're not putting that. Take it off.
Yep. I'm already advertising enough that I have the model of the car.
Right. But not your dealership too.
No.
And last but not least, no, do not put the name of your funeral home on the programs of my loved one unless you're giving me a discount there too.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not into free advertising.
That's it, me. I did not know where this is going.
No, I can't stand that. Why am I giving the funeral home a shout out? The funeral, I paid you. Okay, I'm sorry I got upset. Okay. Oh
my gosh, I can't. Where did this come from?
I'm sleepy.
Yeah,
oh gosh.
We're gonna talk to you guys later. Or y'all can eavesdrop in later. Bye. Hey, did you enjoy that podcast? So did we. Check us out for our most recent updates on IG at City Country Chicks Podcast.